My name is Robin Fritz, and this is an intuitive moment. So, my name is Robin Fritz. I'm an intuitive and spiritual consultant and certified past life regression specialist based in Seattle, Washington. And each week, I like to chat a few minutes about an intuitive topic of the week. This week, I'd like to talk about, very quickly, the difference between different intuitive terms you might hear, so you know a little bit about who you would like to hire as a professional intuitive and kind of how they work. So those terms would be psychic, intuitive, clairvoyant, and medium. So what's the difference between those terms? Well, a psychic is sadly a term that a lot of people have trouble with because it has connotations of being wacky or woo-woo-y or maybe even fake. And sadly, it's developed a bad reputation simply because there have been a few dishonest people who have called themselves that, or people who have had unpleasant experiences with them. So those of us who work as professional intuitives prefer to call ourselves intuitives or maybe an intuitionist, for example. And that's to bring you back to the concept that the work we do is professional and respectable, just like any other job, and that what we do is help people learn to develop their own intuitive and healing abilities at the same time as we help them get insight on a particular issue, and the insight being that of an intuitive nature. So when you're trying to make a decision in your life, you're looking at the facts of a situation, your common sense response to them, what other people would commonly think about that, other people's experience, their emotions, and their intuition. But a lot of us don't know how to use our intuition, and certainly in all of the decisions that we make, we want to make the best decision possible, the most wide-ranging decision possible. And that's one reason why a lot of people hire people like me who call ourselves intuitives. We have been specially trained to develop our strong skills of being able to help you look at a situation intuitively, to look at what your spiritual team might be offering you, to see things that you might not be able to see for yourself, partly because our skill set is different, and partly because it's very difficult, especially in an emotional crisis, to really filter through to all of the different aspects of an issue for yourself. So while I practice as an intuitive, I could not practice as a mechanic, for example, or even that wonderful job of checking out groceries in a grocery store, because I just can't do that kind of work. That's somebody else's expertise. My expertise is my intuitive and healing abilities and my spiritual consulting services. So that's the difference between a psychic and an intuitive. Now, a lot of people say, well, I want to go see a clairvoyant. And that's fine. A clairvoyant is someone, an intuitive, who sees things intuitively. So they may see colors, auras, they may see the dead, they may have a heightened visual perception of what they're doing with you, or what they're looking at for you. So, for example, they may see things symbolically. So and then they have to learn what those symbols mean for them in particular so that they can translate those for their clients. For example, some mediums do not hear the dead, they just see them. And so if a dead person is holding up a bouquet of roses or some other symbol, then the intuitive who's working as a medium in that example would need to understand what their symbology is so that they can properly interpret what the dead are trying to show them. So clairvoyant is simply someone who sees things. Our intuition runs towards seeing things, feeling emotions, hearing things, talk with you, or simply knowing things. Most of us are a combination. A really strong clairvoyant would advertise themselves as someone who sees things. I see things from all different perspectives, so that's how I would work from there: seeing, hearing, feeling, and knowing. And lastly, people are wondering, well, so what is a medium? So all mediums are intuitives, but not all intuitives are mediums, meaning a medium is a person who can speak with or work with the dead. either see them, feel them, understand them, whatever it is that their intuition works most strongly. But not every intuitive chooses to be a medium. I do that because my dad has asked me to help him help the dead. But every intuitive would have that capability. It may be something they're not interested in, or something that's simply not in their particular skill set, and that's fine. So that's today's intuitive moment. I just wanted to help clarify those terms for you. A lot of people are confused about those terms. If you enjoy these moments, please join me each week, each Tuesday at 12 Pacific time for more intuitive moments. Sign up for them. You can find my website at robinfritz.com, and I am available for personal and business intuition, animal communication, mediumship space clearing, past life and between life regression, soul progression clearing, spiritual journeys, spiritual awakening services, and really wonderful conversations with your spiritual team. So thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to sharing more intuitive moments with you next week. Take care. See you then.